In this last video, as part of our video series about the KnowledgeSmart Skills Assessment Report template, we will focus on the 3 visualization scorecards that we include as part of the report. So these will start on page 24 or tab 24 in the report. And if we take a look at the first one, this is called Team Skill Highlights. So we can once again filter down to a specific account name or test name. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take a look at BIM 360 document management. So at the top here, we're offered some key statistics. So number of users in the account, number of users with a result ID, count of different assessments completed, count of users with an expiry date in the last 30 days, number of users with incomplete invites, a minimum company score value and a maximum company score value, and the company average, the fastest elapsed time, and also the company average time. So some really good stats there to look at. And then in the middle here, we look at the count of full name per result score grade. So we can see that all 6 people that took this assessment fell into considered development. And then here we've got average score versus average self-rating percentage. In this case, our demo data does not include the self-rating selection, so that's showing as a 0 value. But if your users did answer the self-rating question, then that data would appear here. And then on the right-hand side, a quick training tag analysis visualization. So we're looking at the count of result training tags versus the count of training request tags versus the count of skipped question tags. So that just gives us an overview of the training tags against these question names. And then at the bottom here, we have the questions that the team showed skill gaps in, so priority development questions, then the questions that the team were good at, so proficiency, then the same for the modules. We look at the modules that fell into the priority development category, and then on the right hand side, the modules that the team found easy and were good and proficient at. So hopefully you see some value. We're just trying to show you how you can combine a number of visualizations in the report to formulate a scorecard or summary page. So if we then have a look at Team Scorecard 2, which is tab 25, we notice that once again we're looking at a group of different visualizations. And at the top, we can see the result score grade by discipline. So we're looking at the test names here on the y-axis and the count of result IDs that then fell into that result score grade. And so we can just get a quick idea of this result score grade profile per assessment. And then in the middle here, we are counting the number of full names that triggered a specific training tag, so that we can start seeing which training tags are priority for us to follow. So we can once again look at a specific test name if I like. And then here we can also look at module proficiency and modular skill gaps. And that would be in terms of score at the top here, and then at the bottom here in terms of time. So once again, the top module proficiency in terms of time and the top module skill gaps in terms of time. So which modules took them the longest to complete. And then here, just the number of tests completed per year, but you can easily show that per month, per quarter, or even per day. The last scorecard is focused more on individual analysis, or perhaps you want to analyze it for a small group of people. So the first step would be to go ahead and just select an individual. and then you look at when his or her profile was created, the count of assessments completed, the last assessment date, average score, count of group membership, so how many groups is this person part of, and frequency of use. In the middle here, the number of skipped questions, the number of training requests, the accuracy rating. And if we hover over here, we can see that the accuracy rating is based on a maximum value of 100%, of course. And then on the right-hand side here, we are looking at elapsed time in minutes on the left, and then a result ID with some conditional formatting in that star icon there. So we can see that if the elapsed time was high, then the star would be empty, showing a skills gap, and if the elapsed time was fast, then we show that by a yellow star. At the bottom here, the top 5 modules ranked by module score, and the bottom 5 module names ranked by module score. Then lastly, top 5 training tags for this person to work on, and then just a slightly different way of showing that, a count of result IDs against those training tags, so that we can see, has this person perhaps completed this assessment many times, and is there a progression of skills and a reduction of training tags. So that is the last scorecard in this report, and we hope you find value in this report. As I said, to go back to the navigation menu, use the home icon. Always click the reset button on the page just to return it to its default state, and then you can head over to the home page to carry on with your analysis. So please feel free to reach out to us via our support help desk if you need any additional support in using this template.